Our world lead now. Today, Syrian military officials announced that the Assad regime has launched a, quote, wide-scale offensive against ISIS and those whom Assad's generals deem to be other terrorist groups within their country. This comes after days of heavy bombing by Russia, teaming up with Syria for an assault by land, by sea, and by air. While some ISIS targets have been hit, Russia has mostly been targeting anti-Assad forces, including some thought to be supported by the U.S., according to the U.S. government. Now we're learning from U.S. officials that some missiles launched from Russian ships crashed in Iran. I'm going to get right to CNN's Barbara Starr. Barbara, what do we know about these missiles crashing in Iran?
Well, Russia says it didn't happen, but I have to tell you, Jake, several U.S. officials say the intelligence is solid, that 4 of Russia's cruise missiles launched from ships in some 900 miles away in the Caspian Sea did not make it all the way to Syria. They crashed in Iran, believed to be in a rural area. There is some concern that some Iranian civilians have been hurt in this, people who live in this area. These missiles have 1,000-pound warheads. They can do a good deal of damage. Again, Russia saying it didn't happen, Iran saying nothing about it. Today, Defense Secretary Ash Carter, speaking at NATO, said he was furious with the Russians. He expressed some fury, let me say, because the Russians are not even notifying anybody when they launch these missile attacks. What if this had gone into a heavily populated area? What if it had gone possibly even into an Iranian nuclear facility? Jake?
And Barbara, separately, we're also hearing that Russian jets may have had a couple encounters with U.S. drones.
Yeah, you know, the U.S., besides its fighter jet operations, the United States, for some weeks now, has been running drone patrols over the Turkish border to try to help the Turks keep an eye out for foreign fighters crossing, weapons, that sort of thing. Well, now they are reporting that on at least 2 occasions, maybe even 3, they are being shadowed by Russian fighter jets over that border. Pretty hairy stuff, potentially, because the Russians have already, according to the Turks, sent their jets, those Russian jets, on an incursion into Turkish airspace twice. Turkish airspace is NATO airspace. Turkey, of course, a member of NATO. So the uncertainty about what the Russians may try next is only growing, Jake.
Barbara Starr, thank you so much.